I'm Durga, and we are at Luvia Bakery, and this is a social enterprise that we started in 2009. A social bakery is what Luvia is doing is that we are providing employment. We are addressing the problem of unemployment. So a social enterprise generally tries to do good in all ways, along with its product, with its impact on the environment, as well as its impact on society. So we are addressing all these. So the concept of a social enterprise is something that came to us after watching one lecture by Professor Mohammad Yunus, 2006 Nobel Peace Prize winner. He had this concept of how to create a society with, how to solve the problem of poverty in society. It really inspired us, and we wanted to do something. My husband and I have been entrepreneurs from the age of 22. We've been entrepreneurs. This is our third business that we are starting. But in this case, we wanted to create an impact on society and follow what Professor Yunus was trying to do. So we created the concept of this social enterprise. We said we need to have something to give back. And why bakery? Because I think my passion lies there, which was I mean kind of unrealized for some time until we started thinking about a social concept, and then I realized if I want to spend time, it was in the bakery industry. So anyone who you see here as a baker or as an employee they were employed somewhere, they lost their job due to some reason. It could be very recently it was the pandemic that affected a lot of people. We just invite everybody in with open arms, and we then try and fit them into where they fit in. So if your strengths are with delivery, we put you on into the delivery department. If you think baking is or cooking is your forte, then we put you in there. So we've been trying to work on social skills, on trying to accommodate people where they fit in, so make them feel comfortable. Once that is done, you see that the person begins to grow. They bloom where they planted, and then you see that the product starts to improve. With that, and with all this that's been happening in the last 10 years, of course, this is a bootstrap company. So in the last 10 years, we've helped around 250 employees. Especially with soft skills. So when they come in with a chip on their shoulder. They come in with whichever environment they come in from, and we work on them, soften them, and then send them out if they want to. The first year of our operation, around 2010-11, we were 100% women-run bakery. So we had 2 or 3 bakers, all women, and then I was the founder woman, and then we had delivery girls, and I was also one of the delivery people. So what they would do is pick up the breads that were ready around 10 o'clock, put it in their backpacks, take a bus, and go and deliver it. Being a social enterprise, somehow the word went out that this is the place to come, when you're in trouble, and we were okay with it because we had hotel staff also coming in. We had one person coming in from the Ritz-Carlton, the other one from Radisson Blu. They had lost their jobs, and it was not any of their fault. So what we told them is, look, you can come, and when you get your job back or when you find something else, you can leave. There's no restriction, because usually we have a period before a person can leave, so that we are put in somebody else, the person gets trained. We just told them, no, just take it easy, come in, work, and then go. Just be comfortable where you are. We can provide for a couple of months maybe. So that way we've helped a lot of people come and go, and they also took it that way, because obviously they're comfortable where they were, but they were just looking for some stopgap, and we also understood. Our employee called Pratima. She has been with us for at least 3+ years. She came in because her husband is an auto driver, and at that point of time he couldn't find enough employment to provide for the family. So she came in to become a cook for us. She came in to do that, but we realized that she has better talents. Kept talking to her to kind of find her, then moved her into the baking department, and realized that she can actually very quickly pick up recipes and create products. And she's been with us now. She's become the production supervisor. She's able to oversee all the production every day. We're very, very proud of her, actually. A lot of progress that she's shown. So there was one employee who came. He used to be the pickup person for our big basket orders. He didn't turn up for a couple of weeks. We didn't know what happened, and then he came, and one day he limped into the bakery and said, I lost my job because I had an accident, broke my leg, and I was terminated. So we pulled him in because he couldn't even sit down. So we gave him a chair. We kind of asked him, put your feet up, and we gave him the job of cutting onions and peeling garlic, because what else can you do just sitting in one place? And slowly that person transformed into our production manager, where when we were doing bulk orders like 2000 cakes for cured fish, he was the one who was handling the whole thing, including organizing transportation and everything. So we've got great stories that are behind all this. There has been a lot of improvement that every staff member has brought in. They have their ideas. We're an open place where everybody can exchange their ideas and be creative. So some of our products itself have been created by these people who have come. Like we had a stuffed focaccia. This was created by one of our female employees a few years ago. So focaccia usually does not have cheese. Everybody knows that. But this girl said, no, you can't. Instead of having a pizza, why can't you just put everything in a pizza on the inside of the focaccia and then make it? And it was a huge success. People really loved the stuffed focaccia. When we started Luria, it was meant to be a clean label bakery, which was a new concept in Bangalore in 2009-10, because most bakeries, I think even now, continue to use a very commercial process. They use commercial ingredients. Even though it's whole wheat, they have a mixture of refined flour. They add improvers, all approved obviously, but they do add additives in there. In our case, we're making it exactly like you would do at home. So we just have 4 ingredients in our bread: whole wheat flour, salt, water, and yeast. Not even oil. So we've worked on the recipe over the last 15 years in such a way that we could eliminate oil and still give you a really soft bread. So that's the difference. It's pure product that you're getting. See, when we move from a refined flour bread to a whole grain bread, not many people will be happy with the denseness of the grains. So to continue that same texture and to kind of convert people from that to this, one major ingredient that's added is vital wheat gluten. We do not add that because wheat in India does not have much gluten. It's not a very strong wheat like they have in foreign countries. So we have to add gluten for the bread to rise and have a great structure. But in our case, we don't use it. We don't use any additional components, because once you keep eating that, we want you to eat our bread every day. Once you eat something with gluten or with an improver or with an additive every day, after some time your gut starts refusing to digest, and then you come up with all these gut problems, one thing being gluten allergies, you see. So all this has been created by the baking industry itself. So we're trying to avoid that. When you eat our food, you're safe. Our strongest product has always been bread. We have a lot of varieties of bread because that's where everybody's passionate. If you speak to our employees, everybody's passionate about making bread. It's the toughest thing to make. Although it looks to you as a very simple product, it's actually a very tough thing to make with plain whole grains. And everybody loves the challenge, and we've been doing that. In addition to that, we have cakes for your sweet tooth. We have crackers when you want to eat a savory snack. And then we have cookies. All of these are made with 100% whole wheat, or they are gluten-free. And some of them even avoid any kind of sugar. Even jaggery is avoided. We just have date paste. We got to know about Farmazon. We did know that Farmazon was Mini Farms app. But Geetanjali reached out to us because they were trying to see if they could incorporate healthy breads into the product line. And that was just when the pandemic ended, around April 2020. So our association started then, and we found it very, very fruitful because we like to do business with only like-minded people. If you see, we are not available everywhere in Bangalore or on every app or every platform because we are very, very careful whom we do business with. We want them to be aligned with our social cause, and that has worked out very well with Farmazon.